She's going to want to edit around her retrieving her cat from the refrigerator.
Oh my God.
She's just holding a squirming Fluff.
Natasha just went on top of the refrigerator.
She just like leaped right. I just watched it happen. I was like, I should say something.
Dear God, this cat.
She's broken 2 glasses and 1 French press.
This is what happens when we go into the kitchen. She thinks she's going to get food and she jumps all over the place. Anyway, what were we talking about?
Sean was talking about how there was an ad for Awkward, the TV show.
Wait, what?
On the top of the screen on whatever version of the show I downloaded, there was just an ad for Awkward on top of the screen. I thought, huh, that show was pretty good. And that's all of the notes I have.
Mine, I think, kept saying, like, new South of Nowhere next or something like that.
I did not notice.
Which I was like, oh, South of Nowhere. I have all 3 seasons on iTunes if you ever want to binge watch it.
Yes, obviously.
Is that our next podcast? We've maybe discussed this before.
There's a Simpson Connor confrontation is awkward.
Oh, right. Right. So, yeah, Connor finally gets caught with his weird, pervy clothing stealing thing.
God, because Jesus Christ. Like, I love Connor. Connor is amazing. I hate this. I hate it so much. It, like, makes my skin crawl.
And Connor
also, like, underwear is gross. What are you doing?
And then...
well...
Oh, no.
That's all I'll say.
But...
His underwear is nice. You don't steal it, but it's nice.
Yeah, I
don't know. It's never occurred to me to be like, I should hold on to this for later. Although I did know a guy who used to steal girls' underwear after he slept with them.
Ew.
He was a gross person.
Okay, well, that I completely understand. I'll give it to him. I don't blame him.
Oh my God.
Serial killers. They need to keep mementos.
Oh dear God.
He could have been. It's a real possibility.
But
shouts out to a guy whose name I will not say.
but so Connor is like approached by like the counselor and Mr. Simpson.
Well, first he yells because he says, "I'm sorry I yelled," which is very sweet. So yeah, no, he talks to Mr. Simpson. And Snake is so good with Connor, and then Connor, like, breaks out, and he's, like, yelling. And then, like, Snake calms him down, and Connor's just like, "I'm sorry I yelled," which was very sweet.
And he gets suspended because that was not okay. But while he's getting suspended, he's, like, going to go to, like, a program for, like, social skills. I can't remember what it's for, but it's, like, to be, like, hey, let's address this problem.
Pretty much. It was like a confusing conversation because I was like, are they going to teach him how to masturbate? That's what they're implying.
Oh, no.
Oh, man, I didn't even think
of that either.
Because they were like, it's natural for you to have these urges. You just don't know what to do with them right now because no one ever taught you. I'm like, what is happening?
Someone needs to teach him to jerk off. Weird. Cool. Good for him.
Oh no!
I was recently.
Connor, you have a world of fun ahead of you.
He'll figure it out. I was recently told by someone that every 12-year-old boy thinks that they invented jerking off. I was like, yeah, that's probably.
I don't know about that. I think every 12-year-old boy invents jerking off in a way that nobody else have before because they don't know what the fuck they're doing yet. Therefore, you have people like Jason Biggs sticking their dicks in pies, you know?
Oh, God. Never forget the American Pie franchise.
Yeah. I never will.
It was a time for everyone.
I know the person who produced that
If you want to
franchise.
listen to my story like that, you can listen to my podcast. I'm not even going to get into the weird things that I've done as a child, figuring out my body. But
it's all right. The same person also was like,
podcast.
He was like, yeah, you know, like, teenage boys are weird. Sometimes you just fuck a couch. I don't know. Oh, okay.
I do know that's a thing. I do know that's a thing.
Yeah. I'm like, all right.
Well, girls like the pillows. I know that. That's a thing.
You're not wrong. We're not going to talk about this. Moving on.
I think we're with Eli and Fiona.
Yeah, we're with Eli and Fiona, and Eli wants to hear the details about the Fiona Charlie situation in like a sexy way, but also in a like, you're my friend, I want to know your life.
I love their friendship so much.
Too. It's like, I just want more of Eli and Fiona hanging out because it's like the most I've liked Eli.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
And that's kind of basically all that happens. And then
he does have
being upset Connor's leaving because he has nobody to talk Comic-Con with, which like
Wesley.
I pictured my friend Chris when like me and Pat, the other kid on my podcast, like didn't go to Comic-Con last year with him, and he was really sad, so I got emotional.
Oh, that's very sweet. I've actually never been to Comic-Con.
Chris, next year I'll be there.
I've never been to Comic-Con.
I don't know. I hear Comic-Con is a nightmare. Maybe I'm thinking of
It really is a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
It's like everything wrong with capitalism at once. You're just filed into this like...
It's just standing in line.
You're filed into this tunnel where you're just expected to spend money and like are just stimulated by like commerce and sexuality until they bleed your wallet dry and will kick you out the door.
And isn't it just a lot of standing in line for panels and shit?
Yeah, I never touch the panels. I go, I buy my stupid toys, and I leave.
I mean, that's probably the way to do it.
It is.
It sounds very stressful. Oh, also...
I take a selfie with some girls dressed as Sailor Moon characters, and I'm out of that fucking joint.
Of course you do.
Fun fact, my sister has been on a Comic-Con panel before where she read a scene with Zachary Quinto. Fun fact.
Yeah.
In San Diego.
I've seen a photo. I've seen a photo of this.
Also, apparently, Zachary Quinto has like weird, like three weird middle-aged lady fans who like follow him to every event, and they like tweeted about they just like follow him everywhere and tweet about it, and it's kind of creepy. But
that's super weird.
Whatever.
But I like that he only has 3. Like he has 3 really passionate fans, but like it's just 3 of them.
Something like that.
Oh my god, they could just be their own coven. They have all 3 of the like witches come in 3s, and they have like all. It's like the
Zachary Quinto coven.
Yeah, because it's the maiden.
Like
No, seriously, witches come in 3s. There's the maiden, the mother, the crone. Those are it's like a witch thing.
They all be the crones.
Yeah, but
though.
what do they
Let's
do?
be real.
I don't know, but I just know that witches come in 3s.
You just got excited because I said the number 3.
Yeah.
And you're like, witches!
I've had
so many things come in 3s.
Yeah, it's literally like, there's a power of 3 for it's a thing.
It's a charmed thing too. No, I'm just saying it brought to mind because they're middle-aged ladies who are fixated on like a slightly famous man, and I feel like that's like some real witch bait shit.
Maybe, sure.
I don't
You're
know.
not wrong.
Thank you. Thank you for humoring me. Also, getting back on track, Eli has a fun line because he's like talking about like Fiona's like, what if she doesn't want to date me after she finds out I'm an alcoholic? Because that's really what they're talking about is Fiona hasn't told Charlie that she's an alcoholic yet. And Eli says, want me to write a play for her? Because Eli's got jokes, man. When Eli is not being a shit, he's got jokes.
Yeah. And then the Wesley thing happens, and then we're with Fiona, and does she tell Charlie?
She does.
She tells her.
And she
does
does
like,
not.
oh, what the fuck? You're 17 years old.
She does not take it well at all.
She's
For
like,
a person
you're already an alcoholic, and you're only 17.
For someone who's like supposed to be so like worldly and like doing her
lived
own
on the
thing.
streets.
I lived on the streets.
For someone who's lived on the streets, she should understand that a 17-year-old might have had a drink before.
Yeah.
She has like she's very judgy.
Yeah.
I'm like not on board for Charlie. I haven't been on board for Charlie for like this entire episode, but I'm really not on board for Charlie. I stopped being on board for Charlie like the minute she like came in with an animal that the other person didn't agree to, because I have weird hang-ups about that. I was triggered. You're correct.
The minute she showed up with a fucking unannounced cat, she was on my shit list.
Listen, I was extremely triggered by that entire situation. It has happened to me before.
Twice, right?
Twice. It has happened twice. I was yeah, actually, yeah, twice. So that is definitely why this entire episode I was like, fuck Charlie. I bet she brought in the bed bug.
Because it's happened to you.
Twice.
But then,
We're gonna get-
it's like the next day, and Anya's still like, I haven't heard about my interview, and then she goes back to the admissions office and is like, hey, you said you'd call me by the end of the day, and it's tomorrow now. Like, what's going on? And the guy's like, yeah, you didn't get in.
Yeah, which Holly J tells her that's a bad idea. She's like, you should not just go into this interview, like. Or into this guy's office, like, give him some space.
Yeah.
But yeah, the guy is like, yeah, no, you didn't get in. And she's like, what? Why? And he's like, because you came in here all crazy, like you were on drugs.
And she says, well, I wasn't. Like, all right,
It's like, all right,
nice
cool.
try.
And he says something about her.
Covered real well for
And he
yourself.
says something about her blowing the interview, which, lol, blow.
LOL, blow. I didn't even catch that, but good note.
And then, wait, does Anya get a nosebleed?
I don't have any note of that.
Okay,
No,
never
but she
mind.
probably will.
She will eventually, I'm
think
sure.
Allegra thought she was gonna get a nosebleed like Craig, but she doesn't.
No.
And then she continues to like spiral out of control.
Yep.
And then Allegra, and then I think we see Charlie like leave, but Allegra, like both Allegra and I were just focused on Mr. Tuxedo Pants in this scene because Allegra first wrote down Mr. Tuxedo Pants is my Teen Choice Award, and then she's like, and then she said no eulogy for Mr. Tuxedo Pants. So I think this is when Charlie like is like, I should probably move out. Bye.
Yeah, but I'm proud of Fiona because so basically what happened. Well. Actually, first Anya is with her mom, and she's like, "I'm going out," and she like is like clearly
I
not.
thought that was the end.
No, at the end she's just dancing at
Okay.
the club.
Yeah.
it's dumb. So first Anya's talking to her mom, and her mom's like, "I thought that we would all sit down and discuss this and like figure out next steps or whatever," because her mom is super dope, and
Yeah.
she's like, "I'm going out," and she's like on drugs, and her mom's like, "What is happening?" And Anya's spiraling. And she goes out.
And she's like, no, you're not. Like, you're not going out. And Anya's like, watch me.
Coke makes you be mean to the people you care about.
I mean, drugs in general, but Coke definitely makes you be mean to the people you care about.
Coke.
Coke makes you kind of mean in general. Like,
It just makes you a... That's the moral. Let's just cut to it. Like, that. Coke makes you garbage.
I've never met a person on Coke that I've been like, let's hang out some more.
Never.
It's not a thing.
I never woke
no.
up and thought, like, I was really nice last night.
Oh, no. For sure, no. It's always like, oh, I gotta apologize to some people.
Just like, and coupled like with the come down, you're like, ugh.
It's like, I feel a little sick, and I definitely have to make some apologies. Like,
I had fun for 15 minutes, and I was paranoid and didn't trust all my friends for the rest of the night.
So yeah, Anya's a real goddamn treat right
And
now.
then Charlie and Mr. Tuxedo Pants move out because Charlie's like, ooh, you probably shouldn't be around alcohol at all, huh? Like, I should move out, right? And it's also like, you guys are like dating. You probably shouldn't be living together right now.
Well,
either.
also Fiona is like, we're not going to date anymore. Fiona's like,
Right.
I talked to my therapist and I really thought about it. And like, I just don't think I'm ready for a relationship, which she's not. You're supposed to take a year after getting clean
Right.
to start dating.
Yeah,
So-
I actually wrote that down somewhere. Like, she is just way too new to recovery to be in a fucking relationship
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
Let alone a live-in relationship with somebody older than her.
Yeah. No, but I'm proud of her because she like made this decision. She's like, I know I'm not ready, which is good.
Yeah.
And then Anya's dancing at the club, and then it ends.
Allegra just wrote, this super cool club with one guy awkwardly dancing in the middle of the room. I think she's grinding with the same guy.
She just went back and found him again.
Yeah. And then it ends, and it's like, all right, well, no one's in a great space here.
It's true.
Yeah.
Although Fiona's doing better. And Connor's off to, like, a better place, too, I guess.
Oh, and when Connor is going off to the, I don't know, that place, he says, like, I'm going to boldly go where no man has gone before, and I'll be back. And Wesley is enamored with his knowledge of Star Trek and Terminator. It's like, come on.
As if
You
they
can do
aren't
better
like
as far
the
as
biggest
references
nerds.
go.
Yeah.
They're not exactly deep cuts. And then he does like the Star
Yeah.
Trek hand.
Oh, yeah,
thing.
he does, like, the Spock hand.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
I
I'm thinking the first
can do
thing
it.
people
I
learn
can do
about
it better
life
on one
is
hand. than the
Like,
other.
those lines. Those are the first things you know besides, Luke, I am your father.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
which isn't even the correct quote.
That's true.
Also, I've never seen any of these movies.
Go see a Star Wars.
I've never seen a single.
Star Wars.
I've never seen a Star anything, Trek nor War. But
What?
I know. I've also never seen Terminator. I'm a nightmare. I'm aware of this. But I'm like,
Yeah.
I also
Okay.